So, in 2007, there was a study done that shows that testosterone has been decreasing by 1% every single year since the 1980s. Now, the first big study to show that there's actually been a drop in testosterone was in the 40s when the average T levels were about 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. Do you want to know our average testosterone levels right now in this modern age? It's actually about 500 right now. So since the 40s, our testosterone level has went from 1,000. Our average testosterone level has gone from 1,000 to 500. So we've been halved our testosterone since the 40s. Our great grandfathers had double what we had right now. And I can only imagine that it's going to get worse because of our current lifestyle and the food that we consume nowadays. Now you might be asking yourself, why is this important? Why should I care? I'm a young man. I have good T levels. I work out. I eat clean. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Testosterone is very important because it's what makes a man, right? So sure, there's the outside factors, the physical factors such as muscles, a deeper voice, beard, whatever, right? But neurologically, it's what makes you ambitious and take more risks, right? So if you don't have good testosterone levels, this is why you might feel a lack of motivation, anxiety, depression. You might even get ED or low sperm counts. So just think about this. When you go to have a kid with your future wife, whoever that may be, you might not even be able to have a kid because you're infertile, because your testosterone levels are just that low. Essentially, if you don't have good testosterone levels, you'll just be a weak and docile man that lets the world run all over him, not just physically, but mentally as well. Now, if you've watched a few videos on testosterone, you already know what to do and how to increase it, right? Get a good amount of sun, get good sleep, work out, eat well, blah, 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 the whole nine. In this video, I'm just going to go over a few things that nobody really talks about that lower your testosterone and a few things to avoid so that you can keep it high and you can be ready. Now, the first major thing to avoid is plastics. As much as you can, avoid all plastics. Now, you might be asking yourself, why do I avoid plastics? So all plastics have BPA. BPA is an endocrine disruptor that blocks the normal effects of testosterone in your body. So you think of anything that's plastic in your life. So anything from water bottles, receipts, phone cases. Look around your entire room. Notice what's plastic around you and just do your best to avoid that in your daily life. So if you drink out of water bottles, get a metal water bottle like this right here. Or just get a metal water bottle that's not made out of plastics. If you touch a lot of receipts have high levels of BPA. Just if you don't need to, don't grab the receipt. It's just that simple. If you don't need to, just don't grab it. So look around you, look around your life, your room, your house, whatever it may be, and do your best just to avoid receipts. It might lower your receipts. Do your best to avoid plastics. It might lower your testosterone just by a little bit every single time you touch it. But really, just go about the whole day and just notice the amount of times that you touch plastic. And every single day, if you just build that up, you'll naturally just have low testosterone. Now, the second thing to avoid is to avoid soy and refined sugar, right? So soy is in tofu, miso, and a bunch of Asian foods. So it's basically a phytoestrogen which mimics the effects of estrogen in your body. So unfortunately, a lot of Asian foods are cooked with soy. So just do your best to avoid it as much as you can. Again, you don't have to completely cut it out, but if you want to just minimize as much as you can, your testosterone will go up. As well as refined sugar, right? So refined sugar is anything such as candy, cookies, cakes, any sugary snacks, sugary treats, that type of thing. It lowers test because after you consume sugar, it actually releases insulin, which inhibits testosterone. You want natural sugar, right? You want the sugar that is naturally made, not this added sugar bullshit that we have today. You want natural sugar such as honey or fruits, right? No refined sugar, no, none of that. Now, the last thing that I have in this video is atrazine. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to keep an open mind on this one because I honestly could not believe it whenever I heard this for the first time, but there's actually been has a good amount of evidence to back this up. So, atrazine is a common pesticide that is found in your water. So, essentially, your tap water, your shower water, fridge water, whatever it may be, it's found in a lot, or essentially all of your water if you live in the United States. The European Union actually ended up banning this in Europe, so it's banned all across Europe. But in the US, they didn't actually end up banning this. And essentially, they did a study on frogs and they found out that the more atrazine that the frog actually had, the more they had feminized characteristics. So it basically demasculated the frogs and made them more feminine. And this shit is in your water. Not just fluoride. Atrazine makes you more feminine. Just stop and think about that. Now, you might be saying, "Oh, but this is frogs. Like, how does it relate back? How do you know it's going to be the same effect on a human?" They did the same study on fish and other mammals as well, and the same effects happened. The mammals, the fish, whoever it may be, actually became more feminine and had more feminine characteristics. Again, this shit is in your water. Your tap water, your fridge water, and your shower water. Again, I urge you to keep an open mind. I will link a study below that has the evidence and actually has the proof and talks about this. But the best way to essentially avoid this is to install a reverse osmosis system in your water system. So a reverse osmosis system essentially filters out all of the water of all chemicals, such as, again, atrazine and fluoride. Fluoride is another video that I can make on that. It's another topic that I can go really in depth on, but we're not talking about fluoride today. But essentially, a reverse osmosis system will be able to filter that out, and you'll be able to drink clean, pure water. As for the shower, there are filters online that can essentially filter out that water. I'm not entirely sure as well because as for the shower one, I'm not that versed on that. But if you want to look it up, go ahead and do that as well, and you'll be able to get a better answer. Again, I urge you to keep an open mind. I will link that study below that talks about this, but it is quite ridiculous at first when I first heard it. Now, with that being said, that is pretty much it. This video is not meant to scare you or frighten you about what's happening or, fear monger, whatever, all of that. This video is just to open your mind to the things around you and this crazy ass world that we live in. This is just a quick overview, but if you are interested in learning more, Hamza made a 1 hour video. It's mostly about BPA and plastics, but it was like a 1 hour long video talking about how to avoid it, what certain things hold it, how it's produced, all of that jazz that he made on his channel. I'll link it below as well. It's a fantastic video. I highly suggest if you are interested in this topic, go ahead, watch that video. He goes more in depth. I'll leave that in the description below, as well as the study about atrazine in the description below. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.